Hey guys, hey everyone. So we are here today to review this skin tint by Peaches and Cream. So start off by putting the headband on. I have already cleansed and tonered, moisturised and serumed. I will be putting a video on of my other skincare stuff, but today we are talking about the skin tint. So we will take the nose stud out. So you can use this skin tint, you can use it as on its own. You can use it as a base before your foundation. But remember, girls, you've got to prime first before you even put this on, okay? Because I put this on first, then I primed, then I done my concealer, and then I applied the foundation. And let's just say the primer wasn't priming. It wasn't gripping as it should have been. But never mind, just a little tip for you girlies. So let's get on with it. Now, I use a foundation brush, like a nice flat foundation brush when I am applying the skin tint. Okay, so I am just going to do it as you do foundation. Either apply it to the back of the hand or apply it directly to whatever foundation, a flat brush that you are using. If you do, just quickly a few pumps onto the brush will absorb the product, and the product will be easier to move around the skin, you know, for it to blend it in. So remember, ladies, this is not a fake tan, even though it may look like a fake tan. It is a skin tint to give her that nice, fresh, skin-like glow, shall we say. So I'm going to show you two different ways that I personally like to do it. It's entirely up to how you like to do it. People put it straight on the face, people put it on the hand. But remember, girlies, our hand is our palette. Okay, that is our palette. It warms up our products, it warms up our foundations. Okay, obviously we do it on yourself. You can use your hand if it's clean. If you're doing it on a customer or a client, obviously we use palettes. But today, this is my palette. So, don't be alarmed when it first comes out the bottle, okay? Colour when it first comes out the bottle. Remember, it's a skin tint, ladies. So, I'm going to apply it on this side just by dabbing it off my hand onto the brush to, I'm sure people call it priming the brush. And then I dab it on. Ladies, trust the process. Trust the process. Okay. Now, it does look a bit funny when it first goes on. Yes, I understand. Blend it into your ears as well, just under that chinny chin. I just put a little bit on. I mean, you can see straight away that tiny little bit, how it's giving that little kind of sun-kissed glow. Which, honestly, ladies, that's what we all want, don't we? Especially in the winter. Especially in the winter when it's all gloomy and dark outside and, you know, we'll literally look like ghosts. Well, I do anyway. So I'm just going to apply it on that side. I mean, look, you've seen how much I literally have. There's still loads on my hand. So you're seeing how I applied that. Nicely, like that. Like I said, you still want to look natural, but you just want that little bit of colour. So we'll do the other side. Now, the other side I'm going to show you, just put directly under the brush, so you're priming the brush, really. Couple of pumps, just a couple of little pumps. Please don't be alarmed. As I said before, when it goes on, obviously it is, and by the way, it smells insane. So this is directly onto the brush. As you can see, it's like a bit more coverage straight away. Personally, if I'm talking about what I like, I personally like, I call it the old-fashioned way, where you put it directly on your hand and you do this as you're warming the product up. But considering this is not foundation, we don't really need to warm it up. It's just a skin tint. We just want it to go on as evenly as possible. Now, this won't cover up all your imperfections. As you can see, I have quite a lot of imperfections. I'm sure we all do. Like, I get a little bit of redness around my nose area. Obviously, I have very veiny under eyes. I get bags as well, like everyone does. But, you know, your face is like a blank canvas. So it's all about finding out what works for you. When it comes to this, personally, I'm going to use just, I mean, you're seeing just a couple on the hand, couple on there, but this is me blending it just into me neck. I don't want me, you know, because you don't want that sun-kissed kind of a look on your face, and then you're wearing, like, you know, like a top like this. You just want it so it looks like that sun has just kind of hit your face and your neck a little bit, as it would anyway in the summer. So it feels lightweight on the skin. I mean, I have dry skin, sometimes sensitive, depending on the seasons. So for me, there's no stinging. There's no stinging up there. There's none of that. It just feels very lightweight, and I feel 10 times better. I feel 10 times more confident. My face, you know, it's got a glow. We've got a bit of a sun tint, yeah? Bit of a sun tint. Sun-kissed look. What do you think, ladies? Please comment below and let us know. I would love your opinions. I would love your opinions, ladies. So there we are. That is the Peaches and Cream Sun Tint. What do you think? Bye for now.